All right, we're going to do a problem here from section 5.7, the ambiguous case of the law of sines. It says find all solutions for the triangle. If no solutions exist, write none, and as always, round to the nearest 10. All right, we're given an angle here, angle B equals 36 degrees. Whatever angle you are given, immediately take that angle and put it on the left side of the triangle. So we're going to write a B over here. All right, the next thing we're given is that side B is 19, and we're told that side C is 30. That corresponding angle, which would be angle C, I'm going to put on the right side of this acute triangle. I'm going to start off with an acute triangle first because we were given an acute angle. All right, and we'll call this angle up here A, and let's fill in our information. So this is 36 degrees here. A 30 goes here for side C, opposite angle C. A 19 goes here for side B, opposite angle B. Recall that the first thing we'd like to do, or the next thing, is to find the altitude or the height of this triangle. All right, to find the altitude of this triangle, what we're going to do is take the left side of the triangle and multiply it by the sine of the left angle. So in this case, that's going to be 30 times the sine of 36. All right, and let's do that in our calculator here. 30 sine 36. And let's round that to 17.6. Now we'd like to check to see if there's one solution. All right, now recall, in order for there to be one solution, the right side of the triangle, abbreviated RT, has to be greater than the altitude, abbreviated ALT. All right, now let's ask ourselves this if true. Indeed, 19 is greater than 17.6, so we at least have one solution. Now let's check to see if we have two solutions. In order for there to be two solutions, the right side of the triangle has to be less than the left side, abbreviated LT. And once again, this is true. 19 is indeed less than 30, so we do have two solutions. So the first thing we're going to do is solve this acute triangle. That would be the first solution. This obtuse triangle we're going to get to in a few minutes. That's going to be the second solution. So let's concentrate on the first triangle. What we have to find in this first triangle is the value of angle A, the value of side A, and also the value of angle C. And to do this, we're going to use the law of sines, which states that A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. Recall that you can use two of these at a time. We have to use B over sine B first, reason being that we have side B and angle B. So B over sine of B has to be used first. We cannot use A over sine of A because that would leave us with two unknowns. So let's put in C over the sine of C. All right, so we're going to plug in what we know here. Side B is 19 over the sine of 36 equals side C is 30 over the sine of C. So the next thing we're going to do is find the sine of 36 degrees. And let's round that to 0.58. So 19 over 0.58 equals 30 over the sine of C. All right, the next thing we'll do is cross multiply. So when we cross multiply, what we get is 19 times sine C equals 0.58 times 30 is 17.4. All right, the next thing we're going to do is divide both sides by 19. So sine of C equals, let's divide by 19 here. All right, 0.92 if you round it. All right, if the sine of C is 0.92, to find angle C, we take the inverse sine of 0.92. Let's do that. So second inverse sine 0.92. And let's round that angle to 66.9 degrees. All right, now we have two angles of the triangle, angle B and angle C. So let's go ahead and find the third angle. The third angle, which would be angle A. Recall that the three angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So in order to find the third one, if we know two of them, we do 180 minus 36 minus 66.9. And that gets us 180 minus 36 minus 66.9, 77.1 degrees. All right, there's one thing left to find, and that is side A. So in order to find side A, we are going to use the law of sines once again. So A over sine A, and let's go ahead and use B over sine B. All right, I do not know side A, so we write an A over the sine of angle A, that is 77.1, equals, we know B and sine B, that's 19 over 0.58. All right, let's find the sine of 77.1. All right, 0.97. So A over 0.97 equals 19 over 0.58. And we cross multiply. So 0.58A equals 0.97 times 19, and let's say 18.43. All right, and final step here is to divide both sides by 0.58. So divided by 0.58, and we get 31.8. All right, at this point, we breathe a sigh of relief and realize that we still have to move on to the other side. Now, recall over here, we found that side C, that right angle, is 66.9 degrees. That is going to be very instrumental in us doing the second solution. All right, so we said that this right angle, angle C, was 66.9 degrees. This second triangle will be obtuse, and we're going to label it in the same manner that we started off with for the acute triangle. So let's call this B prime instead of B. We'll call this C prime instead of C. Therefore, this will be A prime. Angle B prime is going to be the same as angle B, 36 degrees, and side C is still 30, side B is still 19. This angle C prime over here was formed by this right side being swung past the altitude over here. So this angle C prime, the value of it can be found by subtracting our angle of C, 66.9, from 180 degrees. So 180 minus 66.9. All right, and let's see what that is. 180 minus 66.9. All right, and we get 113.1 degrees. All right, now we already have two angles of this triangle. Let's go ahead and get the third one. So A prime will just take 180, subtract the other two angles, so 180 minus 36 minus this 113.1. All right, let's see what we get here. So 180 minus 36 minus 113.1, and we get 30.9 degrees for A prime. Now, not so bad. The only thing we have left to find is this new side A, and we're going to use the law of sines once again. So A over sine A equals, let's do B over sine B. So I don't know side A. Angle A, we just found to be 30.9. All right, the B and the sine B are still the same from the other side, so 19 over 0.58. The sine of 30.9 is let's round that to 0.51. So A over 0.51 equals 19 over 0.58. All right, at this point we cross multiply, so we get 0.58A equals 19 times 0.51. All right, and we get 9.69. And our last final step is to take 9.69 and divide it by 0.58. So divided by 0.58. And final answer here, 16.7. And we breathe a sigh of relief.